in the early days, post, you have done everything, sweeping the hairs and everything, including strategy and being a chair and a CEO and the ops manager. There would be a plateau where you'd have achieved, or you sort of brick wall. When you want to grow from there, you can't. And probably the only way out is either you ask for more money in grant funding, or you do a fundraiser to raise money. So what was that conversation like, and then what was that bootstrapping for the next round of growth?
One thing that I always knew in my head, even from the very beginning, I knew that this was not something that I wanted or that I had the skills to do, like as a full-time role. So in the very beginning, I realized and these are like, looking back, I kind of realized that these are really key, fundamental reasons why it's succeeded. I didn't want to be the chair, because I didn't know how to be a chair, and I was honest with myself, because I wasn't going to kid anyone else on. I wasn't going to kid myself on. So we had a chair of our board in the very beginning who knew how to be a chair of a board. So that was the first thing. The plan was always working towards eventually paying a staff member. So everybody was on board with that. So it was like, and I didn't want to have the glory or the whatever. So we were all working towards that goal, and that was going to be that we were going to, at some point, we were going to hire a chief executive officer. But we had enough smart people around the table to be able to guide us in that right way, and without the input of all of those really intelligent people, it wouldn't have gotten to where it is. So what we did, and which I'm not sure what it's like compared to other organizations, but we didn't want to get too ahead of ourselves. We wanted to focus on the really core components, and that is having your ducks in a row. Having your strategy tight, being well governed, having good governance, focusing on having the ability to, when someone actually was going to come along and say here's some funding, for us to really know what we wanted to do with it. And that took us 7 years. So when the time came, it's funny because I didn't, for the first 6 years, I didn't stand out the front of the organization. For me personally, the reason why I did that was because I didn't want it to be about me. I still, to this day, I want it to be about the people who we help, or the people who come and get a haircut, the people who come and have a chat.